Hey everybody, welcome to our second video of Making the Music with the ACCMA, the American Christian Country Music Association. Don't forget the ACCMA Music Festival, March 2nd through the 4th at the Capitol Theater in Lebanon, Tennessee. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we want you to be there. Come join us because it's going to be great. We want to teach you how to invest in your ministry, okay? Now, you don't hear that a lot. What you do hear from a lot of people is, hey, spend money with us and we're going to, we'll get you out there. That can work. Sometimes it doesn't. Depends on who you go with. Here's why we say invest. You've heard the term, it takes money to make money, right? So you're going to have to put a little bit into your ministry to get it out there. Time, finances, and effort. It's just got to be that way. It doesn't just happen. Now, don't get me wrong. There are those situations where everything just opens up, boom, it's great. But a lot of us, if we've been in this a long time, will tell you it took a lot of work. It did take a lot of cash, and it took some patience as well. So here are some of the seminars that we'll be having at the second annual ACCMA Music Festival at the Capitol Theater in Lebanon, Tennessee. March 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Those are the dates. We're going to have topics such as songwriting. You might be a songwriter wanting to improve your craft a little bit. Maybe you want to network with other songwriters and see how you can make your songs better. Promotions. You might be pretty good at promotions. There are some people that are amazing with social media. Well, come learn. Find out how they do it. You can also learn from others as well as you network with others who are really good at social media marketing. The other thing is this. What about, how do I get my song on radio? How does it work? Questions like, do I have to pay to play? What do I do to get a #1 song? Do I have to pay for that? These are questions that we're going to answer, but I'm going to answer some of those for you on this edition of the Making the Music with the ACCMA. Let me just point this out real quick. And let me just put it out there. If a radio station comes up to you and says, for X amount of dollars, I will play your song, run. Don't even mess with them. Okay? If they say for X amount of dollars, I'll get you a #1 on the charts, run. Don't even mess with them. They're taking your money. Okay? And my other thing is this. If you feel that you have to pay to get your music played, my question then would be, if you're having to pay to get your music played, are you that insecure about your music? That's a tough question. But if your music is good enough to be on the radio, you shouldn't have to pay a radio station to play your song. Back in the 70s, payola was a big thing. And if any of you know how that went, what would happen is the DJ would take money under the table for extra airplay. Or it could be to build up the chart a little bit, to pad the charts for them so that they get a #1. The FCC, the Federal Communications Commission, said, no, that's illegal. They put a stop to it. So internet radio is not regulated by the FCC at this point, so they can't do anything about that. However, it's pretty unethical, illegal, in my opinion. So again, let me go back to my original statement. If a radio station tells you, if you'll pay me X amount of dollars to play your song, yeah, I'll play it for you. You need to run. Watch out for those who claim to have all these numbers. Oh, we've got millions tuning in. And if you pay me X amount of dollars, I'll get your song on the radio. Don't do it. Don't even fall for that. Okay? Just a side note for you. So for radio, what do I do? What am I looking for here? Here's what I'm looking for. A song has to be good quality production. And when I say good quality production, don't make this song in your garage. Go to a professional studio and have it done right. Okay? Some people can do that and they make it sound great, and that's fantastic. But if you really want that good quality production, put some money into your project. Invest in that project, okay? The other thing is this. Song titles, yeah, I'm not too much worried about those. Songwriters will be, I don't really look at song titles. However, I will say this: if I see a song title that's 30 miles long, I'm not playing it. I'm just not. Okay. Here, let me give you an example, and I'm making up some names here. Uh, I bought a car at a used car shop, and then my ex ran off with it, and now I've got to pay the car payment. That is a long title, and I know I'm coming up with things off the cuff here, but it gives you an example. Why have a song title that long? So I'm not going to play it. The other thing is the song length. Most radio stations aren't going to play a song that's over 5 minutes long, especially if you're doing a song in drive time. If you're doing a song in morning drive, you want those songs fast, upbeat, and quick. Because your morning show, in my opinion, and this is how I do mine, it's supposed to be designed to be a lot of fun, informative, maybe some fun, goofy news in there, maybe something fun to do with your audience. But you want that morning show to be fast paced. And so a 5 minute song kind of kills the mood of what you're doing. If you're playing 4 or 5 songs that are 2.5, 3 minutes long, and you're just going from song to song and you're doing your bits or however you're doing your news or whatever, and then you put in a 5 minute song, it kind of slows everything down and kills the mood. So you got to watch and see. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a place for a 5 minute song. I just don't put it in my morning show. Okay. There are songs that are 5 minutes long that have a powerful message. They're incredible. There are some Christmas songs that are medley songs that are longer as well. But when you're playing Christmas music from a radio point of view, we like to put those in there because it puts all those Christmas songs in there. It's nostalgic for some. But that's what I'm looking for. I'm also looking for vocal quality. I cannot tell you how many songs I get through email and people going, play my song, play my song, play my song. And the vocal qualities are not that great. Let me tell you something that you may not like to hear. There are some people that do not need to be on the radio. Okay. I'm sorry. It may sound mean, but there are some songs that are not meant to be on radio. Some artists that are great songwriters, maybe they don't sing as well. Maybe that's not their gift. Maybe songwriting is their gift. So if the vocals aren't that good or if they can't hold the note, I don't play it. I look for good quality music. The vocals have to be strong. The message has to be in there as well. All of that I look for. The song length, I look for that because again, very rarely will I play a 5 minute song in a morning show. So these are some of the things that radio looks at. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask on the ACCMA page and just put your questions there. We'll answer them for you. But this is how I look at things for my radio station. Now, my radio station, Heaven's Country, we're on iHeartRadio. We're also on the AM dial overnights in Elkton, Kentucky at AM 1070. So we've got a lot of places that we play. We also simulcast on Country Gold Radio, Branson Gospel Radio. We've got God's Country Radio coming up. We're on King Country Radio. We've got 4CCR The Cross Radio that we'll be simulcasting on, and we simulcast on some TV stations. So yeah, we have some clout there as far as when it comes to airplay and songs and so forth. And I'm in my 33rd year of broadcasting. I've come across a few songs over the years. Any disc jockey that's been doing this a long time will tell you pretty much what I'm saying. And, they'll look at that and say, okay, here's what we look for. So these are some of the things that we look for. Make plans right now for the second annual ACCMA Music Festival, the American Christian Country Music Association. It's March 2nd, 3rd, and 4th at the Capitol Theater in Lebanon, Tennessee. Todd Tillman will be one of our guests, our musical guests. Corey Farlow, Brassfield, the Music City Quartet, Jim Sheldon, Bev McCann, and more. So you got to get to meet a lot of Christian country stars, and you can network, meet a lot of people, and have a lot of your questions answered as well. Maybe you've been doing something one way, and you might find out, maybe I've been doing it wrong. You'll learn a lot. Come join us. Go to AmericanChristianCountry.org. Register today. We will see you there. It's going to be a great time. The second annual ACCMA Music Festival at the Capitol Theater in Lebanon, Tennessee, March 2nd through the 4th. And we can't wait to see you. Guys, make plans. Be there. You'll learn a lot. Register today, AmericanChristianCountry.org, and we'll look forward to seeing you there.